go live across to Rajya Sabha, where Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is replying, which is in the upper house of the Parliament.
For India. And this kind of a moment doesn't come too many times in history. A rare moment when our macroeconomic balance, which is unique to achieve, I'm saying it more with responsibility rather than claiming it as a marker with which I want to start commenting on the observations of the honorable members. It is an achievement of the entire country. It is the achievement of our people to have a wonderful balance. That is, you're having a good high rate of growth of the GDP, and there is a low inflation which is being held at that kind of a level for continuously some time. I'll get into the details. This kind of a unique balance, high growth and low inflation, and that is why, not an observation made by the ministry, but I think the Reserve Bank of India had used the expression Goldilocks moment. It is not something which the ordinary citizen of India is going to relate to as a terminology. But it is a rare moment, is something which all of us can recognize, and it is not by fluke or some rare coincidence that we've arrived here. Tremendous effort, granular details in planning, and timely action that we can continuously do as a government has been undertaken, and I will elaborate it as I go down when I'm talking further on this topic. So that kind of an ideal condition for sustained growth, inclusive development, and maintaining a balance of our inflation. At one point in time, there are people who commented to me saying, shouldn't the inflation be a bit higher than what it is? Because for good growth, you need that, and that's where this whole debate about real growth versus actual growth and so on. So it is a rare moment for us, and it gives us, therefore, the confidence for planning for the next decade, 2 decades, let us say, till we reach Viksit Bharat 2047. And therefore, this budget, whilst recognizing the external challenges and the kind of situations of uncertainty which prevails all over, still has had the advantage to be able to give that kind of a lead to the common public that this has the direction, the challenges prevail, but our destination is Viksit Bharat. Therefore, how to keep that growth at a level which is sustainable and at that highest level that we've reached. So that is the backdrop with which this budget has been prepared. Sir, the National Statistical Office gave the first advanced estimate. The real GDP growth there in that advanced estimate is projected at 7.4% for the year 25-26, with a nominal growth rate at around 8%, while CPI inflation has softened to nearly 2%. So this is that combination that I'm talking about of a strong growth. Price stability is really uncommon globally and reflects the strength of India's economic fundamentals. And this, I would place again, at the cost of repeating, is an achievement of the people of India. And there is no way anyone can decry saying, oh no, but this economy is probably dead, this economy is not really doing well. These kind of naysayers are only mocking at the people of India who are really doing their bit to contribute to India's growth. So the union budget, therefore, sir, in presenting 2026-27 budget, is designed to lock in these gains convert these macroeconomic stability factors into long-term productive capacities, and to extend this growth trajectory into the coming decade as well. So in this, Atmanirbharta is an important element, and that principle of Atmanirbharta will be kept in mind in everything that we plan for the economy. We have built domestic manufacturing capacity, and that is very obvious. And energy security is also something which we've kept in our minds while preparing the budget. So we have also ensured that citizens also become Atmanirbhar in their own spheres of life. So ease of living, when we say that we have taken measures for ease of living, when we support employment generation, when we improve agricultural productivity, and when we increase the household's purchasing power, these are all conscious steps taken by us, resulting in these aspects of our life, and therefore all services will have to now be available for all citizens so that they are able to chart their own course. So therefore in this budget you also see, sir, that to develop our human capital, we have set a target of creating 1 lakh allied health professionals over the next 5 years. And that scheme is supported by a total allocation of 1,000 crores for this year only, for these next 12 months. This will create employment opportunities in the health sector and also simultaneously improve the health services and promote medical tourism in this country, which is already being serviced by many hospitals, many cities. But now we want that to be very well established with good quality and standard at all levels. Sir, we are also establishing, and this is something which has been a part of one of the budget documents, the budget speech had an appendix. Even there, the details are given for all to see. We are establishing a high-powered Education to Employment and Enterprise Standing Committee that will ensure our youth are ready for services sector, where we aim to capture nearly 10% of the global market by 2047. So this standing committee, I would want to take 1 minute to elaborate on what exactly is this standing committee going to be doing. The standing committee will prioritize on IT, fintech, logistics, healthcare, tourism, and also creative services. So when they prioritize on these sectors, because we are saying we will capture the global services sector to a level of about 10% by 2047, these are the probable sectors where a lot of service sector related entrepreneurship can develop, and for which the standing committee will prioritize on these sectors. They will look at closing the skill, infrastructure, and credit gaps. The standing committee will also suggest reforms for standards, for accreditation, and for digital regulation. It will help expand AI, cloud, and professional exports. These are areas in which we want exports to increase. Our people are capable of doing these things, remaining in India, and that kind of a global servicing will actually give them the export earnings, because they will be exporting services.
All right, and that was the Indian Union